Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. And so this morning, Mary's going to start with the weather and water, and then after we have reports on bear activity here in North Georgia and some other news from around the world. All right, Mary, go ahead and take it away, my friend.
Thank you, Donald.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Today it is 65 degrees and partly cloudy in Blairsville this morning. Today we're looking at a high of 87 degrees, partly cloudy, followed by scattered thunderstorms this afternoon. Storms may contain strong, gusty winds, and there is a 40% chance of rain. Tonight, 64 degrees, scattered thunderstorms early, then partly cloudy after midnight, 50% chance of rain. The winds will be light and variable today and tonight. Up on Blood Mountain today, 79 degrees, falling to 74 later on in the afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms likely in the afternoon. Mostly sunny, 5 miles per hour, winds with 70% chance of rain. And then tonight, 64 degrees with showers and thunderstorms likely before midnight. Partly cloudy, 5-mile-per-hour winds, and a 60% chance of rain. So water's good on the trail right now. You still have to make sure you top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter. That'll get you through to Justice Creek. And also the Slaughter Creek camping area and Slaughter Creek themselves both have water available right now. I've been told by several hikers that have stayed in those areas is more than just a little trickle, so you're pretty good for water right there at the moment. Right now, I am going to turn it over to Donald, and he's going to talk about some other stuff we have going on out here right now.
All right, beautiful. Thank you, Mary. All right, and so this morning, I haven't actually looked over what Mary has going on here. I know a little bit about what's going on, but not exactly what she's written here. So this is going to be new to me too. Not the subjects, but just how she wrote it. So bear with me, guys. All right, and so this yesterday morning we had a Springer drop off. We had a couple of them, but one of them, Mary met up with the DNR. Was it Jason?
I'm not sure who it was.
Okay, and so Mary was dropping someone at Springer Mountain yesterday, and there was a USFS worker there. She asked about Springer Shelter, and he told her he was there to take down all the closure information. So Springer Mountain Shelter has been reopened. No more closure there. They are asking people to report any bear activity there, though. So if you see bear there, please report it to DNR. And that would be the Blue Ridge office here in Blairsville, Georgia, which is on 515 or Appalachian Highway. And then in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, we have shelter closures. Molly's Ridge, Icewater Springs, Peck's Corner, Siler's Bald, and that's due to broken bear cable system. Campsites closed, number 49, number 90, and number 13. Bear warnings, Charlie's Bunyan, campsites number 21, number 86, and number 15. Okay, and so last night we had a SOS. Mary was actually heading down to, I believe, Amicalola from Neil,
I was
correct?
going to Springer.
Oh, you were going to Springer. I
It's just
apologize.
coming down the mountain when the text came in. That's why I referred it over.
Was it
to
the
you.
Woody to Springer? I forgot
It
which one.
was the Byron Reese to Springer.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Mary was heading down. Oh, the four that turned into the 5:30. Okay. And so yesterday, when Jordan and I were on I had an appointment down the road here, and so I was going to meet a lady, and to look over some stuff. And when we were en route to the appointment, I had received a text from Mary, and we had some hikers that we've been assisting that were at Blue Mountain Shelter, and there were 4 bears there. They were definitely harassing them, not leaving the area. And so it was an SOS needing a Unicoi Gap pickup at 6:45 p.m. Those types of texts are concerning because you don't know what's going on. So Mary contacted me with this information and their number, and also gave them my number, and we got them set up for pickup. We sent Jordan
Yes, we did.
after I was done with my my run. So later that night, we received a text from the hikers. One of the hikers. Okay, so it was like a husband
Guy and his wife that we extracted.
and a wife that we have been assisting. We started, I believe, at Neil Gap. We picked them up the first time. They were on the internet, I believe, asking for slack packing or, so, just some. And so we ended up, they ended up calling us and we assisted them. We've been assisting them, but last night we received the SOS text. And so after we picked them up and brought them to town, because they were not going to stay at the shelter because the bears were aggressive and they were not leaving. The husband is a hunter, and so he hunts bear.
And what he texted me, I wrote it down verbatim here, so this is exactly his words.
Okay, and so around 9:15 p.m., we received a text from our man, and he said, this is verbatim, "We were at Blue Mountain Shelter when we called for pickup. There were 3 bears that were not at all afraid of us or my wife's air horn." So they were blasting an air horn off. "They were very bold. I'm an avid archery hunter. Having been up close to bears before, I think someone has been feeding them." And so it's funny. Well, it's not funny, but I've been on Reddit lately, and I've been posting a lot on there about the bears, and I've been getting a lot of comments, some of them stupid, and just, I can't even believe these people are hikers, making fun of the situation, saying, "Oh, well, something about riding the bears and something about," it's not a funny situation. And so it should be taken very seriously. And I can't even believe these hikers are the exact reason why this is happening. And so they think it's funny, but it's not. And so I've had numerous other people, though, some living in this area, that posted pics of these bears. One of them they caught down on the south side of Unicoi Gap, which I believe are the same bears that were caught down in Helen, which I believe are the same bears that are walking up and down this trail. And also Pep Talk up at Mountain Crossings caught a video of API up there. They had to take down all the hiker boxes and put up warnings telling people not to leave their food out because there is a bear there that's harassing people now. And so he has picture of, or video of the bear, which I'm going to get today, video of the bear getting wild up there, man, and searching for those boxes, man, because they took them down. But this just tells you that bear knows that those boxes are there, and now it's going back and back and back and looking for it and becoming agitated or aggressive because it's not there. And so the bears down here this year are serious, man. And I think it's not just people feeding them. I believe it has to do with all these people that are saying they woke up with their bear bag missing or their backpack missing or whatever it is. That is the issue. Careless bear hangs, being careless with their food. That's what's going on. And not only that, we have all these tourist spots. There's waterfall spots with garbage receptacles, garbage receptacles that they lock down. They're big metal cans. The lid locks, and you have to like press a button, pull it up. Well, the problem is when they get loaded down, people start to stack around them, and there's just trash all around the.
Remember the one they used to have at Byron Reese that they took out of there? It looked like an overflowing Goodwill bin. It was just trash, probably as high as the container itself.
Yep.
And that's so.
I don't get that.
I don't either.
I don't
obviously it's full.
understand
You don't
it.
do that at home when you have your kitchen garbage or your bathroom garbage. You don't let it start piling up all over the floor. So what makes it right to do that out anywhere else? And I think that when you look back here in a continuation of the bear information, this is just an example what happens when bears become accustomed to food and seeking out the food, whether you're a hiker, whether you're a tourist staying in cabins, whether you live in these mountain areas or these rural areas where bears are and the trash is out, it all causes a problem. We all need to make sure that our areas are clean, whether we're hiking, just living, visiting, no matter what it is we're doing, because trash is trash.
It is.
And when you get in these areas where the bears are, they will become accustomed to it and they will seek it out. So that's why this is such an area of interest, because we see what brought it about and then what eventually happens from it. And that's going to happen there and everywhere, here included.
And so the the areas around here, this is a tourist spot, man, and so there's so much going on here, and so it isn't just hikers, it's everyone. It's the houses that leave their trash out. It's that's in that area. It's people leaving their hiker boxes. It's just everything, man, and we all have to do better. We just have to do better, man, and stop the bear from rifling through the garbage or stealing backpacks or stealing, or leaving your food on the ground like that kid with the stolen backpack. There was food on the ground, and there. It just blows my mind, man. And they're still probably going around insisting that it was a crackhead that stole that stuff when it's a bear. And people, the reason that makes me so, why it irritates me so much is because they have people thinking that it's one thing when it should be. They're not even like thinking about the bears, man. You know what I mean? And that makes people unprepared. And it not only makes them unprepared, it just makes them think, oh, la-di-da, I'll just throw my stuff on the ground. No big deal. It wasn't a bear. It was a crackhead. Now I got to watch out for a crackhead. When it's actually a bear, man. And a bear can definitely roll up and steal your shit, man. That's all there is to it. They know how to climb the bear cables. They know how to snatch a PCT hang. They know this stuff.
And they're very fast, too.
They are. And they teach their little cubs how to climb these bear cables and stuff, man. It's just how it works. And so it's unfortunate that people are out here not taking it seriously. This is my church, and I'm sure it's a lot of other people's, and we have to respect the land, and we just have to be. We have to be.
Respect the life that's here too.
We have to be cautious and share it. We're sharing it, man. Okay, and so we did have a bear euthanized. It was a male grizzly bear that was euthanized on Thursday after it became used to receiving food from people living in the nearby neighborhoods. They were feeding the bear. According to Idaho Fish and Game, the grizzly began frequenting the Pine Haven area in Fremont County early last week. There it found food in unsecured garbage cans and broke into vehicles used to store garbage. Due to the bear's consistent seeking of unnatural food and habituation to the residential areas, it was captured and euthanized in the interest of human safety. Bears are very adaptable and can learn very quickly to associate people with food. Food-conditioned bears can rapidly lose their fear of humans, which can lead to the bears approaching people and ultimately putting the lives of both humans and bears at risk. And so, definitely, it's sad. All right, and so we have a follow-up on the second Katahdin death, the father. The main office of the chief medical examiner has released the cause of death for Tim Keterling. He had perished on Mount Katahdin along with his daughter Esther at the beginning of June. Last alive, June 1st. Last seen alive, June 1st. The cause of death has been ruled to complications of hypothermia. The weather on Katahdin that day was in the mid-30s Fahrenheit. West wind 30 to 40 miles per hour. Precipitation, including rain, sleet, snow, wind chills estimated at 19 degrees Fahrenheit. These conditions presented climbers with a higher risk of hypothermia. So, Definitely, definitely sad situation right there. All right, guys. So today we have a few shuttles. I want to say one more thing. We've been having a lot of snake sightings on trail this year. So Colorado Rock has a copperhead nest. Two riders yesterday waited 45 minutes for the rattlesnake. Was it on trail
It
and
was
stretched
yeah, it was
across?
stretching right across the trail, and they said it was a really big one, and it just wasn't going anywhere because I hear that all the time when we're shuttling hikers. Yeah, there was a rattlesnake in the trail, and it just sat there and it didn't move, and I didn't know what to do. So eventually, they usually go around it, or somebody will get brave and get a stick and lift it off to the side. But these folks waited about 45 minutes for it to move on its way. Yeah, I don't blame them.
I don't
I don't
either,
wanna get
man.
snapped.
No
So that was a
reason.
big one.
Yeah, there's some big boys out here. Those timbers, man, get all fat, man. I mean, big boys, dude. And so, and the copperheads, you can get some big ones out here. But the timbers are definitely, they get big. And so, and they're scary too. Yeah, when they start rattling and shit, man, it'll make you nervous.
The rattle's cool, but I don't want to go anywhere.
Right, dude, definitely. All right, and so I'll be gone for 5 days after today, man, and I'll be gone for till Wednesday or Thursday. So Mary will be taking care of everything, Mary and Jordan, and so if you guys need anything, I'm not here, but everyone will be moving around as usual. Business keeps moving no matter what. So if anyone needs anything, give us a call. Mary will be manning the phones, and then I'll be back. Otherwise than that, we have a few shuttles today. I think that's about it.
I don't have anything else.
All right, kids. All right. If anyone needs anything, give us a jingle. One love. Peace.